What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Operation Buckthorn, which I've never heard of before, but apparently this was some kind of crazy UK Special Forces operation in 2018. And it says it was an operation to retake a hijacked cargo ship. And, here in the United States, we really don't hear much about the UK military or what the UK military has accomplished or what you've done. So today, I want to take a look at this video by Liveth for Evermore and learn about this Operation Buckthorn in the UK and what exactly happened. So let's take a look.
In December 2018, an event took place just off the coast of Britain that, surprisingly, went largely under the radar.
Yeah. Talk about under the radar. I imagine this must have been somewhat of big news in Britain, but I've never heard of this before ever.
It all started on the 10th of December 2018 when the Italian cargo ship Grande Tima departed the Nigerian port of Lagos for the British port of Tilbury in East London.
Okay.
For the ship's 27-man crew, the voyage was like most others, until it began navigating its way into the Thames estuary off the coast of Margate on the 21st of December.
Okay. So, I'm not totally familiar with these names, but it sounds like this took place really, really close to the UK, off the coast or something.
At approximately 09:15, British authorities received a mayday call from the ship and were notified that 4 men had seized control over the vessel.
What?
The
4 men. So it's like a 20-person crew, and this is just a giant trade ship that travels to and from the UK. And on this morning, 4 guys hijacked the entire ship. And the UK military basically got like a call for help.
The 4 men had snuck aboard the ship shortly before its departure from Nigeria, and appearing from the onboard cargo armed with whatever objects they could find, they demanded that the captain steer the Grande Tima towards the British coastline.
What?
The captain refused the demand and was able to lock himself and the other 26 members of his crew into a room on board the ship.
Wow. Well done. Oh my god, this is terrifying. Because I would imagine, this just looks like some kind of trading ship, They're probably not armed and certainly not prepared really to defend themselves or for the proposition of fighting off 4 armed assailants. So the fact that they were actually not cooperating with the hijackers and actually managed to lock themselves into a room, the entire crew, and not cooperate. That's really cool. Like, that's amazing. That's very brave because, nobody quite knows how they're going to behave when a moment comes where your life is in danger like this. But so that's really cool that the crew actually put up a fight like that.
From where they were able to keep in contact with the British authorities.
Wow.
It was not long before news of the situation reached the Ministry of Defence, who were authorised to dispatch 4 men of the SAS to the scene from their garrison in Herefordshire.
Oh wow. Okay, this is the SAS. I've heard of that. That's like the British Special Forces. It says counterterrorism, and I have a couple questions about this whole thing already. Like, what did the hijackers want? They said that the hijackers demanded that they sail the ship towards the British coast, which they refused to do very bravely. What exactly were the hijackers trying to do? I wonder. I don't know if they're going to explain that.
The small group, operating under the call sign of Titan 21, flew to the Dover Coast Guard Operations Center on board a 658 Squadron Army Air Corps Dolphin helicopter,
Oh, wow.
arriving in the afternoon of the
Oh,
21st.
ho, okay.
Here they were briefed on the situation and acted as the forward observers for the UK Special Forces.
Okay.
Simultaneously, the MOD began moving a response group forward to the scene, in the event that military intervention was required.
Wow, that didn't take long at all. So the UK got this distress call. Bam, the SAS is put into action. They got all these helicopters. This is very impressive so far. Exactly what you would hope would be the response.
This group began its move forward just after midday, when 4 Royal Navy helicopters took off from RNAS Wilton in Somerset.
Okay.
The helicopters flew southeast to Poole, where they embarked 20 men of X Squadron, the Special Boat Service.
Okay.
From Poole, the task force then moved to Manston in the southeast of England.
Oh, you know what? I'm really glad that they pulled up this map. Because I'm not good. Like most Americans, I don't know British geography very well. Now I can see that the hijacked boat is off the southeastern coast of the UK, of England, and basically the special forces are coming in from the west here.
England, from where they established a forward operating base in anticipation for the green light to go in. Until that was authorised, however, negotiations continued with the hijackers.
Right.
They navigated the Grand Teamer around in circles throughout the afternoon and into the evening.
So what are they doing? Negotiations are ongoing. They're just driving this ship around literally in random directions, just going nowhere. I guess it's just a hostage situation. They're holding the crew hostage and maybe the stuff on board. I don't know. I don't know if the stuff is valuable or if they want to steal it or if they want what crime they want to do with the boat or it seems like it's a hostage situation and they're probably going to demand money or something like that.
Eventually, after 12 hours, the situation reached a critical point, and Prime Minister Theresa May gave the green light for a military operation, codenamed Operation Buckthorn.
Oh. They're not getting into too much detail about what the hijackers wanted or what threats they were making, but all we know is, at a certain point, the Prime Minister decided, okay, enough's enough. Let's send in the Special Forces. It's time to end this, which that's cool, but also scary. Because as soon as you send in, like an assault team or something, you don't quite know how the hijackers are going to react to that. It's kind of a delicate situation, right?
Equipped with their rifles and night vision goggles, the 20 men from X Squadron began boarding their awaiting Royal Navy helicopters.
Oh, this is
at
at
approximately
night.
22:30.
This is at nighttime. That must be on purpose. This is at nighttime, low visibility. Oh my god, okay, now I get it. They're moving in, they got their night vision goggles. This is very smart.
The helicopter force operated under the call sign of Renegade and consisted of 2 Wildcat and 2 Merlin helicopters.
Dang.
The Wildcats came from 815 Naval Air Squadron and operated under the call signs of Renegade 1 and 2.
Whoo!
Their role was to escort the Merlins throughout the duration of Buckthorn.
Okay.
The Merlin helicopters, meanwhile, were from 845 Naval Air Squadron and were designated Renegade 3 and 4.
Man, just as a side note, you guys have some of the coolest names for helicopters and military, like the Merlin and the Renegade and the X Squadron. I know that's not the most important thing, but if you're gonna have like a badass military assault force, it's cool that they have cool names.
It was the job of the Merlins to lift the Special Boat Service operators to and from the objective.
Okay.
The force took off from Manston at 22:45 on the 21st of December and began flying across the Thames estuary from where they could see the Grand Teamer on the horizon.
Okay.
Flying into the target area, the Wildcats detached from the main body and began circling the cargo ship. Meanwhile, Renegades 3 and 4 made their final approach to the target, before hovering above the vessel's main section.
Oh my, it's happening. They're there. I don't know how the hijackers are responding to this. They're probably terrified. If you think about it, the hijackers are probably like, at this point, negotiations have failed. The crew has locked themselves away somewhat in safety. The hijackers don't have much bargaining power. And now 4 like super powerful high-tech military helicopters filled with UK special forces like are heading towards them. It's looking bad for it to be a hijacker on this day.
The exact timings of this phase of the operation are unclear, but as we can see from this image capture, Renegade 3 was above the Grand Teamer at 11:26 PM.
Okay.
With the pilots keeping the aircraft steady, the 20 SBS operators fast roped down from the Merlins and onto the decks of the ship.
Okay.
Forming up into their respective teams, the SBS began sweeping through the Grand Teamer before reaching the bridge of the ship.
This is just amazing. Like, just the professionalism, the execution, but like the bravery. This is what special forces people like. They are amazing human beings to just go into situations like this. The unknown, just the epitome of bravery. And searching the ship, they don't know if somebody is going to jump out with a gun or a knife and try to kill them or what exactly. It's amazing to think about like the British soldiers here that are doing this and risking their lives.
Forcing their way into the cabin, the operators found the hijackers,
Okay.
who immediately surrendered upon seeing the British troops.
I'm not surprised. I am so not surprised. Like, they immediately surrendered. Like, once the British SAS or Special Forces are there on the ship, busting down doors, the hijackers immediately surrender. I'm glad, it's not the most exciting, end to the story, but it's exactly how you want this to go. This is the perfect scenario. Perfectly executed. Sounds like nobody was hurt. The bad guys lose, instantly give up. They're probably terrified out of their mind of these British soldiers. Perfectly done.
Thus bringing a successful end to Operation Buckthorn.
Okay.
Just 5 minutes after it had started.
Wow, my God.
With the cargo ship under control, arrangements were made for it to continue the final leg of its journey to Tilbury, where it finally moored up in the early morning hours of the 22nd of December.
Yeah, finally this cargo ship can get to the port. People are waiting for their tea bags or whatever that are a day behind schedule.
Having accomplished their mission, the 20 operators from X Squadron re-embarked onto their Merlin helicopters and were flown back to their garrison near Poole, as silently and swiftly as they had arrived on the scene.
Wow. I mean, this gives me such a better idea of how the UK Special Forces operate and just how deadly and efficient and professional you guys are. Like, spring into action with incredible quickness and efficiency. Fly over the ship, get down on the ship, get the bad guys, go back home. Like, I think they said basically in 5 minutes. Is that it? Oh. As of 2019, the 4 hijackers are still on trial. Their intentions for seizing the vessel are unknown. That was like one of my, the main question I had this whole video. I was just thinking, what are they doing? Like, that's pretty ambitious to hijack this trading ship. right off the coast of the UK. They really? Like it's been years, they've been under trial, and they never gave a reason for doing it? They must have. The intentions for seizing the vessel are unknown. I think it was just to either steal the contents of the ship, or probably more likely to hold, the crew hostage and demand money. That seems the most straightforward, rationale for the whole thing. It was really a stupid idea in hindsight. Maybe they just didn't realize how badly they were going to be like instantly defeated by the British special forces, but it was a really stupid idea and turned out really badly for them, which is great. So is that it? Is that Operation Buckthorn illustrates how Britain and its special forces deal with potential threats to its borders. Absolutely. That's my biggest takeaway. Oh my god, that's badass. That is cool. And I'm so relieved this had like such a boring resolution, which just illustrates how effective and efficient the UK Special Forces were in this operation. The fact that it was so instantly over with no casualties and you want it to be as boring as possible. That means you did a great job. So this was awesome. Like I said, here in the United States, we really don't ever hear about, UK military accomplishments or missions so this was really cool from an American perspective to like see how it goes down. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on this Operation Buckthorn. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to British things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.